9 a.m. at the Commissioners Courtroom, 162 West 1st Street, Trinity County Courthouse, Groveton, Texas. I'm going to call the meeting and have Mr. Pastor Lonnie. Oh, I see you. Lonnie Madison. Take us to prayer.
Good morning, gentlemen. Thank you for the opportunity. Father, we just love and appreciate you. Thank you, Lord, for Trinity County. Thank you for the ones that live here, Lord, and thank you that you have brought us all here for such a time as this to help our county and stuff. So I ask you to bless them today as they make decisions, Lord, that everything goes as smooth as possible. We ask you, Lord, to bless all of our first responders, all those that put their life on the line for us every day. Protect them, keep them safe, protect us from the storm. And we ask you to bless Louisiana, Lord. They're going to need it, Pauline. So, Lord, we just thank you for all that you do for us. And thank you for this time. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. Thank you so much. Thank you, please.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
In the public forum, we got Mr. David Drake.
Did you say you want to do that as budget or what?
Ma'am, at this time, I'd like to waive my time so I can address the court during the budget hearing, because my issues relate to a budget concern.
That's fine.
Is that okay?
Is that all right with y'all?
No.
Thank you.
And Kathy? Chikowski.
Chickhouse.
Yeah, I know it. I have trouble with everything, but it looks like you come down there for Camp Rancho.
I came last time and I didn't really give you any information, so I just wanted to bring this back and I don't have anything to give you for this year because we've basically been out of a building, but this was the difference in the year before and last year. Just a few.
Thank you.
Just so you'll know, we're working hard, and I just want to thank you for anything you give us. I appreciate everything you give us. I appreciate our sheriff's office because they have really helped to get the books over there, and I've got more to get. And the judge has been really good. All of y'all have been great. So I just want to say thank you, okay?
Well, we thank you. Appreciate all the hard work that you do.
Thank you. Okay, that's it.
Thank you, ma'am.
Approve the other minutes.
Your Honor, I read through them and the others didn't find anything. I didn't find a discrepancy. They seem to be in order, so move its adoption.
All three sets, right?
All three.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Can y'all hear out there? All right, sir.
Did you?
Should apply a little more sunscreen. We
We feel like.
fishing. Look better than that.
Did you get a scar or something? Did you get a scar in your hand a couple years ago from talking to him?
All right, it'll get you.
We took a vote, doesn't that? And you won. Popcorn for life.
Yeah, it's a tough job. It's nice to be appreciated, man. Y'all know how tough it is.
I appreciate you for sure.
Did anybody come for that proclamation, Tom?
No, sir, if you want
Yeah.
to go to the next number, I'll tell you a little about it.
Okay. Discuss the act on proclamation for childhood cancer awareness month.
Judge, I had this, I got with Lisa and got this put on the agenda. It's a national, they just passed a national proclamation for this month of September, and also some surrounding counties done it, with me. Just going through with my dad, this cancer, and I hate to see any child have to go through this, or any parent. So I thought it was a good thing for us to put this on and notify of this, recognize of this.
It says, whereas childhood cancer is the leading cause of death by disease in children, and 1 out of 285 children in the United States will be diagnosed by their 20th birthday. Whereas 46 children per day, or 16,790 children per year, are diagnosed with cancer in the U.S. with the average diagnosis of 6 years old. Whereas 80% of the childhood cancer patients are diagnosed late in the metastatic disease, and whereas 2/3 of the childhood cancer patients will have chronic health conditions as a result of their treatment toxicity, with 1/4 being classified as severe and life-threatening. Whereas the National Cancer Institute recognizes the unique research needs of childhood cancer and the associated need to increase funding to carry this out. And whereas hundreds of nonprofit organizations at the local and national level, including American childhood cancer organizations, are helping children with cancer and their families cope with educational, emotional, and financial support. Whereas researchers and healthcare professionals work diligently, dedicating their expertise to treat and cure children with cancer. And whereas many children are affected by the deadly disease, and more must be done to raise awareness and to find a cure. Now therefore it be proclaimed that I, Danny Martin, County Judge, call upon the citizens of Trinity County to observe the month of September 2024 as Childhood Cancer Awareness Month in Trinity County. Further, I encourage all citizens to support this cause that so deeply impacts families everywhere in the community across the country. In witness whereof I set my hand and cause the seal of the County of Trinity to be affixed that this at the 10th day of September 2024.
So moved.
Second.
Picture of all of this.
Yeah. You want to do that, Lisa? We can. All in favor?
Aye.
newspaper.
Well, y'all are TV stars now, so we'll put you in the papers. Keep us in shape. Got everybody? Is anybody else gonna be in there? All right. We'll do this in 1, 2, and 3. Thank you very much. Yeah, so that's why it takes that.
Judge, we said that someone came in late for the public forum. If you want to remove that or something about the rule.
Somebody come in late for the public forum.
Public forum. Somebody wants to speak to us.
It would be all right. Y'all, have they signed up?
I believe that she has the form.
Yeah. Yeah, you can come on. Morning.
Morning.
How are you? Good. Okay, you got your. David, go. Yes. Go ahead. Got 3 minutes.
Pass me on, look at it.
While they're looking, you go ahead and tell us.
I'm here about a complaint about our damage to our county roads. They're not drivable. Right after they bladed it the other day. If we drive down it now, when we get good rain, we're gonna be getting stuck.
What road are we talking about?
Louisville Road.
Which road?
Louisville Road. I don't know.
This
if
is
you
a
know-
picture of the ditch, David.
Yeah, look at it, keep looking at it. Where's the water? How's the water gonna run off? You got big clods of dirt pushed off in them, stopping the ditches up. In pushing our high-dollar rock.
This is a picture before the guy was through. He's not through blading yet on this picture. I think he followed my guy around and took pictures of him before he got through.
No, that's still there. That's there right now. Jasper Marino couldn't make it, he had to carry his wife's dog. He's complaining too.
Okay.
The judge is gonna be getting some calls.
I'm sure we can address that and get it.
I think you're lying.
Go down there and see. I wish all of y'all would go down there and look at that.
I'm gonna go as soon as the meeting's over.
We'll go look at it.
Why is he pushing, why did they blade the grass off when it should have been mowed? There's balls of grass big as a truck up bed just pushed off in the ditch with our high-dollar county rock mixed with it. It's in pictures. Why is this happening? You don't go behind and check your guys?
I actually drive on the main country with my guys.
Would you do this?
I didn't do that.
David, here's your pictures back.
Okay, I've got some
Let
more
me see
here.
those. Let me see all.
This happened about 4 years ago.
Well,
I think this is something
This is
personal between you and me,
happening.
David. I don't think this is a deal with the road.
Well, this here might tell you.
much rain as we had this year, though, it's.
No, that's 3 or 4 years
I
ago.
know, but I'm talking about this year. That's all I'm talking about. We've been through 3 major floods, 31 inches of rain. It's been crazy. And, we're still we're desperate for rock. And,
Well, they went down there and the end of the road, pulled all that red clay up and covered the rock up on the other end. And it's so rough, you can't just an island put there, it's so rough.
yes, well, he said he was gonna go out there. So, that's just let it be. If you got another deal, call me. And, well, I'll go out there.
I like the guy, he's a good guy. It's just.
Yeah, Steve
his
tries to
work
do
is
his
not
job.
good. His work is not good.
You know, you can't push stuff when it rains, that you'd like to, but you can't do it, you gotta let it dry.
I understand that. I've been
And
road
this
for
has
years.
been one of the most rainiest seasons we've ever had since we've been. It's So it's been 100 years close to.
Oh, I'm sorry, I thought
That's, county attorney really needs to look into.
David, I don't know whether you're aware of this or not, but this court can't make any commissioner do anything. That's, I mean, county attorney can't make that commissioner do anything.
Governor Abbott can though.
Well, we can't.
You've got a call from him before.
These pictures were taken
I
about
have.
3 years
Or
ago.
Doug Pace did, to fix a problem in Flat Prairie.
I don't know nothing about it, not since I've been in office.
These pictures are about 3 years old.
Well, I figured 3 or 4, but
Yeah.
still.
Well, they still, something 3 or 4 years on the county road is, yeah, we've been at start to look at anything, David, but we done told you, we'll run out there and look at it.
He's gonna go out there and look at it.
Yeah, he's gonna try to fix it, take care of it.
So, I mean, if you go down there now, after a good rain we got coming here and there to, people gonna be getting stuck. And we're gonna be calling you to come pull us
They
out.
call me every night about
No, I
2
do
a.m.
not.
You used to until about 3 years.
Yes,
Well, I don't call you anymore.
and we got a 3-minute rule here today.
Okay.
Thank
That-
you.
I said-
We'll send the guy out there to look at it.
Y'all go look at it too.
No, it's his precinct, so he's gonna go shit it. That ain't gonna happen.
Okay, Coach, discuss an act on the draft of subdivision rules and regulations.
So if I could speak to 6 and 7 too, when we talked about the appropriate public notice. The draft we got right now is 114 pages long. Lisa and I talked about printing it out before, putting y'all's book. I didn't think y'all would have it. I still have to go over it. There's some changes and things like that. So the draft isn't, I guess, perfect at this point. He had one, and then he went back and he made some modifications, and now he sent me something to look at, and I need to give it a little more time. But the acceptance process takes about a month. You have to do a takings assessment, and you have to post in the newspaper and some other things. And I think, Lisa, did we talk about getting with Polk County and seeing how they accepted theirs?
I'll get with them and see.
Okay, so Polk County recently changed them, maybe not too recent, but a few months back, something like that. So at this point, I'm just asking the court to give us permission to do the appropriate publication and notice and, posting when we do get it. And when I do get the drafts made up, I'll be sure to give each one of y'all, a copy to review. And it's going to take a few days to really do it justice.
I'll make a motion with, like, go ahead.
Second.
It's not. Well, that'd be number 7.
Yeah, that's
Seven.
it.
Okay.
All right, discuss an act, public notification, posting, and adoption of new subdivision rules.
That's so moved.
Second.
All in favor? Okay, discuss an act on official bonds.
We don't want to have no.
No, we don't have.
We don't have no.
Discuss approval of personal action form. Mr. Orr.
You have one in your packet, you have an employee that moved to a different area from their office.
So the
Second.
All in favor? And discuss approval of complete check register, August 2024.
Good morning, gentlemen. You should have in your packet the check listing for the month of August. $506,561.26 paid out. You'll see the top 3 that I've expenditures listed on the front cover page.
you see anything in here that you might have a question on, please let me know.
Bonnie, I think I want to get you to go ahead and cut that phone off at the barn. I'm paying $68, $70. We don't use it.
You use your
We're
cell
never
phone.
there, so.
Bonnie, I'd like to do something on my phone too.
You want to
I
go
still
on
got the line at
yours?
the old barn,
Yeah.
and I got internet there, and I got a phone, but I need something at the new barn, but if you could get the number put on a cell phone, or add it to my personal cell phone somehow with an extra SIM card.
We can do that.
And just forward it to yourself.
Yeah, you can, but yeah, we can do it that way. And just forward it. But on internet at your new building, are you gonna use the booster? You're not gonna need it.
I'm not gonna have internet at the new building.
Okay, because on the laptop or anything, you can use that booster that you got. And you want yours completely removed, sir?
I don't think I need no phone. I won't talk to them anyway if they won't complain.
Well, then they can call the office, you know, your assistant, and
Yeah.
then they can reach
Well, I
out to you.
got my cell number out on the fence,
Then,
so
so they can call you
that's
that way.
where they can call me.
No problem.
The election system and software, 70,000, that's a new.
That's
new
the
machine.
remainder of the payment, yes. Everything's paid for, installed. I believe they've gone through training or are still training, but everything's completely finished on that,
Oh, what's that?
the election equipment.
Oh.
That was the final payment.
No, sir, I don't have any. You need a motion?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor? Discuss an act on approval of claims, invoices, disaster-related purchases.
And this is just through the month, or the week of August 26th through September 6th, that we cut checks. And you'll see the 3 items that we had from invoices that were related, that we're keeping track of.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor? So moved. Discuss an act of approval to install fire alarm security equipment.
That's 12, Judge.
Discuss an act of approval to donate to Groveton City Library.
For 2,000.
Yeah, 2,000 for traffic road.
That is what we talked about when you suggested that we put in the budget, right?
No, this one is going to come out of the capital credit funds.
So it won't be in.
It will not be in
I
budget.
make a motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
13, discuss an act to approve to install fire alarm security equipment. This is, they got the equipment that was in here, but it wouldn't dial out if nobody was in this courthouse. And that's what this, we're trying to solve that problem. I tried to get it where they would dial the equipment from downstairs to the sheriff's department over here so we could get response quicker. And they can't do that, they want to do Starlink, and that's on the way it's available, isn't that correct?
Yeah, it's going to be installed in the basement area where the connection is for the alarms. It's my understanding. And then it'll be set up to then be monitored by the same company.
Yeah. And
Do we have a cost price on it?
Yeah, it's in your packet.
730. Is that 730, correct?
Yes, that is just to install the Starlink cell dialer.
Is that a month?
No, that's just a one-time cost.
730?
But then if you'll look, there's two more contracts. There's a second one that the fire cell monitoring is $630 a year.
What we were spending was actually we're saving money by going back and doing this. We saved, what, $1,000 worth of money?
I guess we got no choice there, Judge.
What is that? It's $1,659 towards the back of the package.
That one was the third one that apparently Becky had requested a renewal of the contract for our regular inspection proposals. And I didn't see that until all three of these were put together. This is their annual, when they come to inspect and change out the extinguisher, fire extinguishers. They check the sprinkler systems, make sure those are operating correctly, and do that. That is a 1 year.
It's just done.
Maintenance.
Maintenance is once a year.
Yes. So there's actually, you've got 3 items in here. One, to install that unit so that it can be monitored. The monitoring fee is $630 a year. And then the maintenance agreement for them to go through the entire courthouse.
So we need a motion to approve all that?
Yes, sir.
That's what I'll make it.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Monitoring, when I started checking it, it wasn't hooked up. There's no way, when we left at 5 or 6 o'clock, and we ever left the building, it was unmonitored all night long. And, you know, if you had a fire before anybody could really see it or anything, it might be a lot more damage than it.
So where are we at on the generator?
On which one?
The big one that fires up the whole courthouse?
The maintenance on that?
Yeah. Have we
The
done
co- Well, the cost is a little more than we had anticipated, so I think the judge is going to look at a better option. It is very expensive.
Well, I remember the last time when it was out, who was it, Mark Fail? That called a guy coming through town and he took a hammer and tapped on it 3 or 4 times and got it fired.
Well, he really had somebody over, Wes had somebody over to jail, and he got his from him, and he come over there and done that. But it's a switch on there, and they wanted this for the switch, put it in, and I thought it was expensive, but when I got to checking on it, it's really not, but it was $6,700 switch.
Well, there's no need to have one over there if it ain't right.
Yeah,
But it needs to be tested. We paid that company over in Lufkin for years to come over here and test it, and every time we use it, we have a problem with it. This ain't just started, Judge.
The response time was slow. They wouldn't come right out. That was the reason why they come out for quotes.
But really, the all-around electric there at Trinity, he's gave me a price, and, you know, you just back up when it's that kind of money for a breaker. But I call myself just to see what one run, and they run anywhere from that to $15,000. He really gave it, he really done it, you know, to give me a good price.
After budget season, we need to go ahead and relook at that, so we can.
But on them contracts, mainly contracts, I think, but I might need to bring it up and y'all look at that, because it's not a $5, $6, $7, $8, $9,000 deal, it's $15,000. Just to look at it, and then they're gonna charge you for parts too. You can call somebody out, but it's just one half dozen. I just didn't finish looking at it. I'm in this company. Fix the jail where I get it out on the.
Okay.
Okay.
We're gonna take a little break before we go.
Yeah, we can. I can take, we're gonna take a 15-minute break, 20-minute break. Number 14, budget workshop, 2025. I'm gonna let David, David, you can come up and you can take care of it. I'm supposed to bring you back in a regular meeting, but it's all right. And you got 5 minutes. If you like.
I hope it just won't.
Okay,
Well, depending on the first question is whether it even continues. First of all, I want to make sure you understand this is not an attack on you as a Commissioners Court or any individual here. It's just questions that are related to the county budget and funds.
Yes.
All right. There may be something come up related to a specific person or fund in itself. It's not an attack on the fund itself, it's the use of those funds, is what I'm bringing to your attention.
Yes.
All right, also, so that I don't sit here and read through all this, I made y'all a copy, and with y'all permission, I'll give it to you when we're through. All right, as a matter of public concern on behalf of citizens of Trinity County, I'm here to question and object to the fiscal year 2025 budget. The budget printed on the county website, which is what I had access to, appears to be inaccurate and incomplete. That being said, it relates to donations, specifically donations related to giving to the sheriff's department. If you go through the budget, you will find that there are donations listed that include the inmate labor, animal control, animal shelter, the Trinity County Sheriff Forum, and the sheriff body camera funds, which these are donated to them for those particular purposes and used for those purposes. However, there are 5 funds that are not listed in the budget. And those funds, one of them, a key fund that gets donated a significant amount of money to be distributed to people, individuals, for their own personal use. We can get into that another time. Those include the Pig Bash donation, Don't Mess With Me program donation, the scholarship fund, the K-9 donation fund, and the No Shave November donations. Those are nowhere in this budget. And that concerns me that we're not putting all revenue being donations in the budget and or showing any possible projected or significant expenditures related to those budgets. Now, I know donations you can't project a budget for because you can't promise money you ain't got yet. But we can account for that money within the documentation the county presents for, in my opinion. That's where I'm going to ask for explanations and questions before I move forward with any other things. Is there a reason why they're not listed on the budget? For one.
They do exist. They are out there. I
know they're there.
Yeah, they're there. But we do not budget for those. We have several grant funds, several things that we don't actually put in a budgeted number. But we do track expenditures, money in and money out. So that's why you don't see them on this one here. You're looking at the special funds that are budgeted, and those are the general fund. But we have several, which I'm sure you're used to looking at our general ledger. When you see that, you'll see all of those funds.
Well, see, these 5 that are listed, if I may, aren't listed under the general fund.
No, they're not.
Yes, they are. I got it right here. Under the, well,
It should be.
general miscellaneous something, if I may.
Sure. Well, tell me which page you're looking at. Or
I'd have to get my page out.
I'm sorry.
I didn't expect to have to do that.
No, that's all right. Or we can talk about that
We'll
later.
talk about later.
We can do that later.
Restrict your
That's
time.
fine. So that
If
you
you
got
ask
your
the
time.
questions, you can sit down with them and they'd probably be able to explain it a lot better.
We can do that.
Well, my point is, yes, 5 are showed in the budget, and 5 are not.
Okay, and the 5 that are
And
not.
either way, they're all donations. The road and bridge donations are shown, but where I'm going with this is the sheriff's department is showed separately and not in the budget for his donation.
Well, and a lot of it, we'll explain it. We've set up a separate fund for those special donations.
Right.
Or aid to nonprofits and things like that is how we're going to be renaming that in the new financial system. But that information is available. So we can sit down and discuss that or go over it. That's fine.
Okay, we can set an appointment to do it, I guess,
Sure.
because y'all are very busy.
It is a very busy
Okay,
time.
that could, don't conclude it, that puts me to a point till we can be explaining some other issues to cover the budget, that I may not want to move forward with the rest of my presentation. However, I do want to present you with this formal presentation, complaint, whatever you want to call it, so that y'all can review my concerns. That way you can also go over it with the auditor and treasurer if need be. Is that okay? I'm not here to cause a fight, I'm here to clarify issues, is what I'm trying to do. Yes. Oh, that's not- And y'all, I know you don't have time working on your budget workshop to read through this now. I got you talking to Trinity County Attorney. And I thank you for your time. I wish I had more information to share with you. Like I said, I could be misled, misunderstanding some of this budget issues, and I will get with your county auditor and the treasurer and see if she can come up with some definitions, and if I have other questions, I'll present it to her and present it to you.
We also have, Lisa, what date is it we're gonna have a public hearing on
24th.
it? The 24th, and we'll have another public hearing on this.
Yeah, because there's other concerns, but don't relate to the budget.
Yeah, okay.
Where I'm going. I appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Yes. Actually, you're working on for this stuff that you want to talk about.
Mr. Drake. What's the say?
I'm seriously talking about everything. If I give you the whole.
Y'all might want to take this out to the.
Oh, I'm sorry, Judge.
Yeah, if y'all would.
Okay.
Okay. Now back to the budget. Chance to go over this, look at it.
Bonnie, you wanna talk to us about what you've come up with on
Yes.
different issues? Or?
That came up afterwards. You had asked, or you had mentioned about the current pay scale. That the cap, and it was really built for a 15-year cap. All right. And a lot of these people have maxed out. So, real simple. I just revised that maximum to 20 years. So the cap goes out 5 more years.
Does that take care of everybody?
That then allows the other people that we've got maxed out, allow them to receive a 1.5% increase.
Isn't there a smaller Trinity, is she more
Yes.
than 20 or less than 20?
She's more than, but because of where I extend that cap out, she would be eligible for an increase for the 1.5%. If you look at what,
Even after she's got 30-something years?
because of where we stopped her originally at 15, when we took the new, you
Well,
understand?
I just think it's only right. You're awarding your employees to stay here 15 years, and you're not rewarding them to stay after that. And
I think this would help fix that a little bit.
I really do. Miss Bonnie called me about it and wrote it down to me, and I told her I thought it was a great idea.
Well, in relationship with you, to ask about your road and bridge crew to change their pay scale step or their grade. And you saw 2 different scenarios in this budget, one with,
Step one,
step
step two.
1 or going 2 steps up. Or you could look at this and use this, because none of your guys, then your guys would have further that they can go. And they're not maxed out, but if you want to give them more than what that step shows, then you'll need to decide whether or not you want to go a step up for each of your guys or 2 steps up.
Well, buddy, I don't mind admitting, I don't know what in the world it is. Explain it to me.
Okay,
But all we have to do is put 2 more stages in there for the.
okay, this is what we go by, this little chart. When somebody, you've got a salary range, and say, let's say someone's a 16. Their minimum starting salary when they come to work for us is that amount that you see minimum,
Okay.
right? By about 5 years, their midpoint is at the middle amount. The maximum amount, after 15 years, you see that amount there, $41,868 on salary of 16.
Yes, ma'am.
If I add another 5 years, see how the cap goes up to 45?
Yes.
Okay. It corresponds, the other one is just hourly rate. So if you're part-time and you're a rate 16, your starting salary is this per hour, mid-range, but see, you can go past that.
Well, it's easy to understand now that you explained it, but I couldn't make heads and tails out of it.
This is what we use when a new person starts, comes on, sorry.
Dave, would y'all go to the hall to do this, please? Would you mind, you and him, just going out in the hall, y'all talking? Thank you.
So, with that, here's what your employees would look like with me using this new 20-year statement, what their salary would be in this budget. So now you've got 3 scenarios. Sorry to make it more difficult to decide.
And what is this for third?
This is their current pay scale,
Yeah.
but we move them to that new 20-year max. We give them their 1.5% increase, and then you'll see where they will be. And again, if that's not where you want them to be, then you go to your plan B.
This is step 1.
Yeah. No, this is where they're at right
That's
now.
just a 1.5%.
That's just a 1.5%, where they are in their pay scale.
Okay.
Then,
This
then
is
look
your
at
1
your,
and 2 right here.
yeah.
This one here or here.
So what I'm saying is that we went with this step 2 increase on this thing. Right?
No. This little paper I just handed you, oh wait, yes, I did give you one for step 2, did I not?
Yes.
Yes, you are correct. So now you've got those 3 scenarios. Yes, sir. Sorry.
Yes, ma'am.
So you decide. That's your decision.
It's not mine, Bonnie, my hands
You don't
are
have
not gonna
any
get
step
any.
out. But you work
This
with,
is probably the one and only time the road and bridge is gonna get looked at. You know, we've looked at everybody else over the years except road and bridge, and now they need to be looked at. And personally, I think the step 2.
Have you worked it out on every step, these 3 steps, you worked it out in the
Yes.
budget?
yes.
We understand we had $17,000 extra from that.
If you go with the 2-step increase, you've got 17,000 left over.
So let's just do number 2.
Do what?
They want
Yes,
those step
you will
2.
for the road and bridge, but what I'd like to,
Still got plenty left over from taking away that.
But that's a 20-year cap, isn't it?
wait, they're gonna increase, they're gonna move their gentleman to a different level,
Yeah.
which is the scenarios B, okay? 2-step increase. At the next meeting, I will have you, if you would, approve this pay scale increase to 20 years. And I'll be able to give the other staff, not moving their pay scale, they will now have a higher maximum cap.
So you'll be able to take care of both.
Because there's enough money from the 17,000 to move over to one of the staff at the tax office in Trinity.
Personally, I think we need to give them the incentive to go 20 years. 15 was a cutoff.
Yeah.
And you're punishing somebody if they want to stay with the county.
Sure.
You're not going to get any more
Or
raises.
do we have a number, I know this was asked in the last meeting, I asked you, how many's over 20
How many employees are
Employees.
over 20 years?
employees, not elected officials?
I don't know that off the
Like
top of
5 or
my head.
6?
I get you.
Think so,
I
maybe
think
Well, they
it's
said
around
5 or 6, but I can't put I can't put that
You've
in my
got
head,
the librarian, the music.
but she's part-time.
True, but they're still accountable for the
Okay.
9 years of service.
Then you
Okay.
got Nancy Slaughter,
Yes, sir.
you got Sam Riley.
We also have, I believe, one of the deputies.
Been there over 20.
Yeah. Maybe like
Give me a
Glenn,
minute, I'll try to
is it Glenn Reitmeyer?
Right, Mike?
Yes, that's it.
Okay,
Yeah,
so that's four.
So is 20 gonna take care of it, or should we go to 25?
no, 20 is,
Gonna take care of it.
yes. Because when you have a cost of living adjustment, this whole scenario goes up that amount anyway.
Yeah.
Okay?
I go with your
But
recommendation.
I think the point,
Buddy, I think that was a great idea.
I do too, Mom.
on the road bridge part of it, I mean, like Sam, he knows where all the water lines are, and everything about a road, where there's culvert in the road, where, you know, and that stuff, if a new person comes in and hits, that costs money. So it should be an incentive to stay with the county law department.
Understand?
I let someone else, we sent someone else to grade one in precinct 2, we shut the water off for a day. I wasn't popular then either, so.
So with that, I'll let you decide what you want to do. I think I've already heard what your plans are.
Sure. That's what these guys.
And then if there's anything else you need to discuss in the budget, that's.
So let me clear this, we're talking about the two-step, and then the 20 years.
Yes, sir.
Okay, well, before you walk away from the podium, I have one. Do we have enough money to cover this budget?
Yes.
Okay, I'm just making sure.
I didn't hesitate, did I?
No, man, you didn't. You didn't. I'm making sure.
So with everything in the budget, how much have we got left to go to?
That's 17,000. I won't need very much of that to take care of the other two employees. The 1.5 step, Ms.
The
Slaughter.
last,
Is that all we gonna have left?
I don't know exactly, but it won't be, but if you only need a couple $100.
But you had that
But
reserve.
in the reserve fund,
Oh, you got reserve, I moved that money up into reserve.
okay.
I'm just
So
moving
we're
that.
gonna still have that money.
Nothing's been taken away. It's
Okay.
anything that's left over goes to reserve.
from the last meeting to this meeting, the meeting before, he had in there for a fourth person.
Yes.
But he has taken that away to give all road and bridge hands that race, so it didn't change, it didn't from.
And you saved money in your area because you had part-time rather than full-time.
Yeah.
That adjusted all your budgets. We had plenty of money to handle this increase for your
So
road
y'all
and bridge.
need Steve Blums.
Yeah. But that allows for your gentleman to, okay?
And that was a great idea about moving.
Yeah.
Thank you, Bonnie.
Thank you. No, it was just something that popped in my
We
head, and I
don't
thought
need
it's
to
gotta
have
be easier than this.
We don't need to punish the people that's been here
No.
over 15 years. Definitely.
No.
I agree.
Okay.
Thank you.
And poor Nancy is the longest serving county employee in Trinity County. That's right. Go check the
Still
record.
loves it.
And
She does.
and she's always gonna be taken care of as far as I'm concerned.
Yes, thank you. Yes.
Close it.
Yes, sir?
Five employees.
Five?
Was there any other body changes that we talked about that?
Nope, that was that.
There's no new line items added by any department.
No.
Okay.
I went through it last night and I couldn't find anything new or anything different other than what we talked about. I was just double checking.
That's the only thing that looks like it's been changed.
That's it, that's it.
Other than that, it all worked out within reason.
Buddy, we did the hauling on the materials, but we didn't have to do the fuel or the rock,
No,
on
the
the rock
rocks
quarry.
is coming up on the next meeting. Your limestone rock and your base, that's coming up to be reviewed at the next meeting.
Okay, okay.
But we did not have to go through fuel, we had a 2-year contract.
Contract hall?
Yes, yeah.
We done the contract hauling, but we have to get with the rock quarries to get the price
Yeah.
set,
Gotta get your-
locked in for the year. And
Do they do that 12 months?
yes, they give you a bid, and then we have to approve who gets it for a year. And the way we always do that, Judge, is we always have at least 2 companies out there at Cossie, because one runs out of rock, the other one will have some. And so we can get it from both.
Generally close to the same rate.
Yeah. Within 25 cents a
So we
ton.
say 25 cents price. Here's the totals of yours that's gonna be, did you look at it? Look at the circle.
Yes,
Okay,
I thought this.
perfect. Okay. Just double checking, sir.
Well, I can't get no work done during, since we're filming this, because my guys are gonna pull the maintainer off and, sit and watch this court. So I know y'all sitting there watching it. They know more about it than I can do when I get back. That's pitiful, but it's the truth. I can see her booger laughing right now.
Yeah, sound, I boogered.
I lose an hour and a half, 2 hours every day on this.
Just send them somewhere they don't have internet signal, that way you ain't gotta worry about it.
You stop it on top of that main thing, I ain't got to see it.
Is there anything else we needed to look at, Ms. Molly, that you know of offhand?
No, sir?
So this is primarily the finished budget that we're gonna approve?
With the change with that step with a couple of your employees, it can now go step, 1.5% up.
Okay.
Okay?
So, Ms. Shasta, let me ask you again, where are we at on the, birth certificates?
Still waiting on the state.
Well, we could wait on them for 10 years. I mean, have you contacted?
Yes.
And what do they tell you?
That when they get a chance, they'll schedule to come do the physical audit, and then we can start ordering paper and get the printer and the programming and all that stuff. It's progress. It's progress.
I'm gonna ask every time we meet.
We're actually getting a
I'm gonna
response
ask.
now, so it's progress.
They needed some more equipment in this room here, but they said you could provide that, is that correct?
No.
You can't pull it out of your fund, it says.
Why would I pull it out of my fund?
Well,
That's IT.
I know, but it's, it pertains to what you have to operate.
I don't believe that the county clerk's office paid for the original stuff of this. I'll check into it though, but I think that's IT. I don't think
When
that's.
I talked to them the other day, they said, it's good.
What we're trying to do is, most any other county you go into now, if you're born in Texas, you can go into Houston and go to the courthouse and get a copy of your birth certificate. If you're born in Atlanta, Texas, you can go to Groveton, go to the county clerk's office and get a copy. And that's what we're trying to get. Shasta's got.
He was talking about the sound system.
Oh, I understand what
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
talking
yeah.
about. But I was trying to explain, we want transparency, remember? We want transparency. So anything comes up, we need to let everybody know what we're talking about. So
And if
that's
I
what
had a
we're talking
better-
about.
If I had a better update, I would have presented it myself.
Well, when we meet in 2 weeks, I'm gonna ask you again, so we're gonna ask every time. I wanna get that implemented. I think it's a wonderful thing, and I think people shouldn't have to go to Crockett to get a birth certificate, because we just don't have the system, and we've got $300-something thousand in a fund over there to pay for it, so that's my thing, you know?
Yeah, well, it's not about cost, it's about getting everything done.
And we got plenty of help to run it, so
Well,
that ain't no problem.
No.
Okay.
Any other questions? Ronnie, you got anything else for us? Warren, you got anything, questions?
See, you changed the education funds for the JPs.
Yes, I did.
Yeah, I saw that.
Everything she changed was what y'all talked about. And it balanced out what it was.
Make a motion to adjourn.